Let there be light. Be light. Relax. And incline your ears to this message of love. You are a walking miracle. And miracles abound. Waiting to be revealed as you call upon them silently when the illusions of lack appears. You were created by the Creator of all things to create through the power of divine love. In the image of the Creator, your imagination, thoughts, and visions appear to produce miracles for all your brothers to experience. You are divine. For too long, you have been in darkness, trapped by the matrix of third-dimensional beliefs, of separation and limitation. Wake up, my sister. Wake up, my brother. Look to the light. And see all that awaits you. Enjoy the abundance that is your birthright. Cast your cares into the rivers that flow continuously, recycling pain and suffering into joy and peace. Press the reset button on your limiting beliefs. Delete the terror and despair programming being transmitted through the airwaves. Hit play now. On the program installed on your DNA hard drive. In the beginning, when God said, "Let there be light." Love and light are all that exists. Give thanks daily to the Son and the Spirit, which has guided you through darkness and to the divine light of love. Prosperity is all around you. Close your eyes and feel it shower you like a foaming waterfall. Feel the mist on your face. Covering your eyes, giving you new insight. Abundant love radiates from your heart, shining brightly with rays that reach out to all mankind. And so it is. Welcome to Health and Healing Chronicles. I am Versandra, your holistic health expert, and I am super excited about sharing weekly stories that inspire our listeners all around the world to take action on their journey to health and healing. You have been listening to my friend Yatafari. What an amazing piece of music that he has lent himself to my healing work. And I do appreciate love my brother and his amazing healing talents. The music definitely heals. Last week on Health and Healing Chronicles, I shared Anne's weight loss story. And as you may recall, Anne wanted to lose belly fat, without exercise, of course. Additionally, she was not aware that her self-esteem and her relationships with her family were also a huge part of the toxicity that needed to be flushed from her gut. In this episode of Health and Healing Chronicles, I'd like to share a Facebook post about happiness, which was shared by one of my sister coaches. Shannon posts, "I am convinced I live the best life ever. After a year and a half ago, I decided that my priority in life would be happiness. It didn't matter that whatever was going on was going to be bothering me. I was going to focus and put my attention on being happy." And here's the thing. You don't need anything to be happy. Happiness is an internal game. I realized so much of my life was working toward external goals, when really all I wanted was to be happy. Makes sense that my business is being hunger for happiness, right? So I just made it my intention to be happy as much as possible, to always look on the bright side, to see the best in people, to take things in stride, and most importantly, to always allow things and people to be what and who they are. So much of our unhappiness is created by judging, by expecting or wanting things to be other than what they are. But the thing is, we can't change anyone else. And we're not in control of every little thing. What we are in control of is our perspective, our outlook on life, how we choose to respond to certain situations. One of my favorite sayings is from Bears Barry Neil Kaufman. Love first, act second. When you make happiness your priority, you love first and act second. Because that's what feels good. That's what gets you in the place of being happy more often than not. This is how I went from starving near death and suicide 5 years ago to being happy, healthy, and loving life now. Stop judging. Make happiness your priority. Allow, accept, and surrender. Not happy with the life that you're living right now? What's keeping you from making happiness your priority? End quote there. Thank you, Coach Shannon, for sharing with our listeners your very intimate and inspirational Facebook post. As you can see, sharing our healing experiences lighten the way for others to see the path for their own personal healing. And Shannon definitely did that in that Facebook post. As we reflect on holistic weight loss here, just for a little bit longer, I want to stay on this subject. I want you to think about the excess weight as more than just the evidence of poor secondary nutrition, but also as a deficiency in primary foods like your relationships, your physical activity, your career, and your spirituality. Primary foods is actually a registered trademark of the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And as you can see, it is definitely something that we have to be aware of, because we talk about secondary foods as if it's the most important thing that there is when we're talking about weight loss. The other thing I want you to keep in mind as we speak about weight loss is nobody cares about the outward appearance. That is not the big deal. So many people think that somebody wants you to lose weight because they're thinking about what you look like on the outside. And that is not the fact. The fact of the matter is, it has nothing to do with looks. It has to do with the level of a stress that's being placed on your organs, your joints, the things that are really getting you from point A to point B, those things that are needed for you to live and thrive. That's what weight loss is really all about. And you can be a little bit more heavier than the next person and still be healthy. So don't think that, if you happen to be an extra 10, 20 pounds over your average weight, that means that you can't be healthy. Because if you are moving, if you are getting physical activity, if you are balanced in the area of your relationships, your spirituality, and your career, then you are gonna be healthy. So, let's get out of our minds that this is all about an external appearance thing, because it's simply not that. And the other thing I just want to touch on briefly is that there are 10 top weight loss tips that I often share. But the one that is really jumping out at me this week, I talk about this often, but learning how to cook and prepare foods at home is so very, very essential in the process of managing your weight holistically. I was on a show on Monday. That would have been yesterday. It's the Brand New Mommy radio show, and I often contribute to that show. And when we got to number 9, learning how to prepare and cook your foods at home, it just really resonated with me why so many people eat out. And the eating out is, a lot of it is because of convenience and the lack of time, or, putting time toward preparation. But, as I spoke about this, it just really it came home to me that so many of the places where you are getting your foods from and you are putting it into your mouth and it is going into your digestive system and down into your stomach, sometimes to hang out there for weeks and even months. The food is not just waste that's hanging out there, but actually